Hi. I'm doing a lighting test. I had to turn the camera all weird. We have like really bad lighting in this house for a lot of things. Like downstairs, it's like the worst lighting for videos. I'm very excited. It's Friday today. I almost didn't even come to work. I'm really excited. It's raining. Hi, Marion. It's raining crazy here. It's like I woke up in the middle of the night and it was so windy and rainy. It was kind of crazy. So it's a crazy storm here where I'm living. It's real crazy. It leads me to believe there's some heart chakra purging in progress. You can really tell with the weather. It's real crazy though. Good morning. Hi, Randy. I'm going to talk about, I think, Sirius today in the consciousness grid. I'm still kind of getting in my flow. So I kind of started to do like a little channeled piece on it, and then I just kind of quit. I wasn't feeling it. So I guess I'll talk about it on my feed real quick. I'll wait till a couple people get on here. You know Facebook doesn't notify anyone ever. How are you guys doing? How's your Ascension? My boyfriend has had like, well, Ascension flew on and off since I got here. Like pretty much because we've been doing a lot of crazy work here. And so I started like for fun, I was like, I think I'm just going to start telling everyone they have chemtrail flu. Instead of Ascension flu. That'll make people believe in chemtrails real fast around here, because like I'm pretty convinced that like half the planet is feeling Ascension symptoms to some degree right now. It could just be like aches and pains, or you just don't feel like you have as much energy, or lethargia, maybe not sleeping as good, whatever it is. So I'm seeing a lot of Ascension symptoms going on around us. A lot of people are feeling like they don't have any energy, or they don't feel like flowing right. And I hate it to be the one to tell you guys, but everyone's pretty much at 95% integration energy level around here. And I know people are like, well, I can't even move, right? I can't even move. How could that be true? But we're really integrating a lot on a physical level. So it could feel like that. But you know that, you know, if you were motivated or someone came to you for assistance, I'm sure you would find that energy. So we have this infinite energy. It might feel like you guys are low in energy or more tired right now, but we're really integrating a lot. Hi, Ken. Good morning. What's everyone up to? Yeah, the weather's crazy, like to the point it's like blowing over the tree in our yard real crazy, and it's a pretty crazy tree. I woke up and I was like, holy shit. It might be like tropical storm kind of wind degrees, I suppose. Hi, Angela. Good morning. I'm sending out lots of love. I'm feeling amazing. I'm feeling the need to withdraw more and spend more time alone lately, though. You can tell we're doing a lot of integrating, and our bodies are really going through this on a physical level. So I've been feeling the need to spend more time meditating, chilling alone, whatever. So I'm going to do my videos and disappear again. I'm going to do my feeds. I almost didn't do them, but I had to get up and do them. Hi, Melissa. Sending crazy love. We're talking Ascension. I want to talk Syrian starseeds because, you know, even if you don't resonate with that you're from Sirius, you lived there. And we came here as starseeds with a different color aura, where you usually were vibrating indigo and above colors. And that's really noticeable in the third dimension, when most people are either orange, red, or like this brownish gray color or whatever. So you know that our auras, even asleep, could be seen on other dimensional levels, just because of the color spectrums they were vibrating, and we have a different kind of energy here. There's a lot of interest in what we're even doing here. I know we think that, you know, because we have all of this information now, right? We're accessing the Akashic Records. We're like little information hubs. We're just downloading it. We have tons of information, but believe it or not, I know we think that like the dark's so organized and they have so much information. They have a great interest in what we're even doing here. They don't even really have a clue. So from the second that you stepped on this planet, you were of great interest to our opposition. Usually you would have seen this manifest into your world in that they would have wanted genetic samples from you of some kind, whether it was blood, lab work, medical care, whatever it was. Just like we can gather information. A lot of people don't know where they're from, right? Around us. So I can gather information by looking at your blood type, your astrology, right? There's little tools that we can use to see who you are. Well, they are using those same kind of tactics where if they can gather our genetic material, they can actually try to see what we're doing here. So we saw a lot of that in the Matrix. We see a lot of genetic targeting going on with the food and the chemtrails and things like that. And there's always an interest when there's a whole group of people that are vibrating past the energetic boundaries that they have set in place in this matrix. So there's a certain kind of force field fence, and we're reaching past that. I didn't have a lot of problems in my journey. Like I did have the usual little starseed targeting kind of for my blood and medical health care. I had a lot of that, but I didn't really have such a problem with it until I started to level up past rainbow. Then I had a very real problem that I think I was starting to vibrate up too high, and it didn't go really unnoticed. So you're gonna see that, especially as you begin to hit like rainbow frequencies, that you might even start to draw more attention to you. Yeah, a lot of this genetic research happens through extraterrestrials where we don't even remember it. While a lot of people are consenting because they're sick to healthcare like I did, a lot of this happens in other dimensional levels that we're not even aware of. So if you are a starseed, you probably had a rough journey this life like me, because the frequencies were not conducive to us till now. like the first half of our journey, they were not good frequencies for the starseeds. They were very low, very dense energies. So now the frequencies on the planet are just getting to where we need them to be for us as starseeds, because we're vibrating on higher frequencies. So we need the frequencies to continue to go up much higher to be able to really access our abilities and our gifts and the things that we brought. So we had a harder first half of our journey just because of the frequencies. Hi, Erica. Well, someone says they don't understand it. I know, I wish I could do like Ascension 101. I really do, and I know that's what people need, like Ascension 101, but I'm not the one that can do that with my own mission and the channelings I do. I just can't. So while you might not be understanding everything I say, it's planting seeds in your subconscious. It's reprogramming you and giving you what you need. So some people, you know, they watch me for a little while, they're probably are like, I have no idea what you're saying. It's okay. It's reprogramming your subconscious in a way that you need it. And you will absorb a lot of this stuff. You know, I was made aware that when I was teaching the Law of One, that you couldn't just overload people with this information. It has to be given to people gradually. You're only going to absorb like 10% of what I'm saying anyway, even with a really high level of awareness. So, you know, that's how it goes. You're still going to absorb it. It's still good energy for you. So, as starseeds, we carry these galactic codes. We're actually coming from the inside out to activate the entire logos, or the earth as well. We're not just activating humanity, we're helping activate the planet with these codes that we carry. So we raise our vibration, we activate ourselves, and then we begin to omit these codes everywhere we're going, these frequencies. Let's see. I threw my other lighter the other day, like a real dramatic. Threw it. If you know me, I'm so dramatic. I like threw it across the room because I couldn't light it. This one's about to get thrown too. So I'm lighting incense. I'm zenned out. I'm listening to chill music. I'm just gonna have a zenned out kind of day. It's my weekend anyway. I'm real excited about it. Nightmares. I had crazy dreams too. We're gonna have crazier and crazier dreams through the winter time, which I'm real excited about. I love tuning in through my dreams to, you know, access and know myself better. We're in a dream now. But those are like dreams within the dream, right? We're in a dream now, and then we go and have these dreams. So I'm really excited about it because I'm always learning a lot. A lot of what I learned about consciousness, I saw with my own eyes through out-of-body astral experiences, you know, dreams, things like that. Like I actually saw visually a lot of this stuff. Oh my god, I don't want to do it, but I gotta talk about it again, but I'm just gonna do it real quick. I gotta mention that fucking Kaku group, because they keep on over the top coming and trolling our detox group. And I got a lot of information now. Like at the time I didn't know who they were or what was going on. They messaged my boyfriend lying to him and saying they are like us trying to expose chemtrails. Right? So we got their whole fucking group. This is a group called Chemtrails Are Killing Us, and it looks like a real chemtrail group like ours. Like it has a picture of, you know, the skies getting sprayed, and it seems like a chemtrail name. So it's my understanding people wake up and they go try to find a chemtrail group, right? And they go to this group, and it has like trick questions to get into, like what's in chemtrails, so they can see who's into them or not. And then you go in their space, and they're like government paid trolls who their only job is to go around to every chemtrail group on Facebook and talk shit like they're not real. like so I wouldn't really care, but they were like in the middle of our group and stuff. It's kind of crazy to us that there is very real forces that would love to stop this awakening. That as we're working to wake people up and to activate and heal them, there's very real forces that behind the scenes are pretty much trying to destroy everything that we're doing. I just wanted you guys to be aware of that. I had to tell my boyfriend that. So, yes, there are very real forces while we're talking about don't vaccinate your kids and, you know, you need to detox. There's very real forces going around and saying, no, do not detox, it will kill you. Chemtrails are not real, they're contrails, blah, blah, blah. So there are very real forces working to pretty much sway the awakening community. And you wouldn't believe the group of government run awakened groups that were on that list. There were like 30 groups that the government is actually running. I noticed they have a lot of 9/11 groups. They have a lot of the chemtrail groups. Let me see, just like really stupid stuff, but they're real into those kind of conspiracy theories, and it's real crazy to me. Let's see, I'm manifesting Mike to mail me my crystals today. I was working on it. I'm trying to get my crystals sent to me. That's really what's going on. Yeah, I got new pants. I just showed my boyfriend. I got new pants. I'm not feeling work today. I'm not feeling work today. I'm just chilling. Yeah, I couldn't even believe that though. Hi, Francisco. Yeah, we have this group called Keku trolling our detox group. See, I said we have like groups within groups though, if you guys know these areas, right? We have like groups within groups. They're in the outer layer of groups. They don't even really know who we are. They did tell my boyfriend to fuck off, like a girl. Like on the business page from their business page. It was kind of crazy because we couldn't even tell what their position was on chemtrails because they lie about it when they get caught. And they try to act like, no, we're helping save the planet too. We're spreading awareness. And it was really hard to tell, you know, since they wouldn't let us in their spaces and things like that. But we got the scoop. They're totally against everything we're into. They were making fun of essential oils, aliens. They were trolling this natural holistic health video channel, like a big natural health channel, like for fun, and putting it on their wall. They're pretty much like against everything we stand for. Yes, I guess they have another group. So we have a lot of misinformation. I already knew that because I'm going to do, I was just talking to Josh, we're going to do a vax stat again. I'm real excited about it. It's time after Keku will love my vax stat. Vax thing I'm gonna do, right? So we're gonna do a vax project so something good comes out of it. And I already knew that because when I did a couple of the vax feeds before, I had a lot of like troll activity on my video page where it drew a lot of crazy stuff to the video, right? A lot of like, you know, government type pro-vaccine stuff to the video. So I'm already kind of used to this, but it's just kind of horrifying to me. A few years ago, you could probably have a better debate, and these people just want to argue. I don't argue, I just block and roll on and laugh. But they want to like argue about this stuff. But a few years ago, yeah, they could act like chemtrails weren't real, but they have so much government disclosure happening at the same time as we're doing our work. The government keeps, you know, disclosing things. We have whistleblowers putting documents out. They had very real information showing that Harvey was geoengineered. Like, we see this stuff leaking out. There's an overflow of information now, so it just seems kind of silly. Yeah, we just don't let anyone with brand new accounts in our group, because I found that like 90% of these people just have fake accounts that just got made. So I personally, when I'm admitting, I just don't let new accounts in. I'm better safe than sorry. Like, if you made a Facebook within the past 3 months, you're probably fake. Maybe not. You can go ahead and get anon verified anytime. I'll even do it myself probably. We will be happy to check your photo ID, some type of government document, to verify you are who you say you are. We did it with Bob. We let Bob in, he had a new account, and look what happened. I prefer to be around healed people though. I prefer to be around healed people, not people that want to argue about flat earth and chemtrails and the government and oh my god. I had to go look at so many of these pages too to see if to see who the accounts were commenting on my anon clip on my page, because you know they all came to my page. So I had to look at so many of these accounts, so I'm like very up to date with like so much information on what this organization's viewpoints are on everything. I'm pretty sure they're pro flat earth. And they are anti everything we're into. They're pretty much pro-government, and I think they are the government anyway. I told my friend this morning. Wait, I forgot this one last point of love. So on a lot of these profiles, they say they're a shill, like they're proud of it. But my boyfriend says that if you work for the government, you actually have to disclose it in some manner. You can't just go fuck with people and not inform them that you're the government. So they do it in a fun way, like, oh, I'm a shill. But they're actually probably the government informing people of that. So, you know, I'm pretty sure this is a government organization. I said it yesterday. Government loves 4-letter abbreviation organizations. NASA, ISIS, right? We can go on and on. They love it. They're always picking on these 4-letter weird abbreviations. So I'm spreading a lot more chemtrail posts. I just went and dug up all my old over-the-top chemtrail posts I made like a year ago. I'm posting them everywhere. Don't believe in chemtrails? Alright, let's talk about Vietnam again. It's my favorite story. My dad was in Vietnam too. And it made him fucking crazy. That's what happens when you send kids over there to fucking kill women and children with chemical warfare. So, clearly I'm karmically connected to this too. So, we have Vietnam. Do you know how they won that war? Chemical fucking warfare. Monsanto, you should be familiar with that name. They make our food, right? Monsanto got paid to mix up this lovely cocktail called Agent Orange. And they even have weed named after it. You know that. So they went over there, dumped this shit everywhere. They didn't only kill the people over there, they pretty much killed the environment doing it too, like permanently. And they won the war. It worked so good that they decided to full-time hire Monsanto to make our food. It worked so good. They're like, let's just try that cocktail on humanity. Yes, that's the Roundup they're using. It is Agent Orange with another name. They're spraying it on our food. The same shit they killed everyone in Vietnam with. Don't believe in chemtrails? Google Agent Orange. It might enlighten you. So they were already lying about that though when I went to college too. They were already covered up what happened. They have these cute little we won the war stories, we're heroes. And they conveniently forget these details in their stories. Hi Dale. We're talking about what they're putting on our food. Forget the food. You guys are eating organic. Don't you think it's in the soil? It's cool. I'm eating organic food. Yeah, well, when you pollute the earth that bad and it's in all the water and the soil and we're showering in it and we have arsenic in our shower water, right? I mean, you're going to get it on some level, this type of exposure. Like on whatever level. It doesn't matter if you don't, people get tunnel vision. If you don't vaccinate your kids, okay, well, they're breathing it in the air. So people are becoming more and more health conscious, not realizing that people get too like tunnel vision on one source of the problem. It's really just a corroboration of everything going on here. Allison had this beautiful article where it says you're smoking 7 cigarettes a day now from the air. Complete facts. So you could act like, you know, this planet's doing great, right? I look around and I see a whole planet that needs healed. So a planet being purged out on every level of a lot of kind of crazy healing stuff around us. Your children are smoking 7 cigarettes a day. They will be addicted to the poor air quality by the time they're 18. I know, we all just want to go off grid. Don't you guys feel that? I know a lot of people, that's not possible in their current paradigm, like where I'm at, right? It's not possible for me to just go buy a bunch of land and go off grid and grow weed and food and tell the government to fuck off and be self-sustaining, right? But I feel something is going to happen that will lead us to that point. Like, we're going to have to rebuild things here, like on real levels. Like, everyone's just too comfortable in this world as they know it. But something over the top is going to happen. We know that. I'm always the believer we could have a pole shift, and that there was always a group of people that could survive a pole shift, most notably the Mayans, where if you could vibrate high enough and the earth will have a reset or a pole shift, you would survive it, and there would always be a group of people that would start over after that. So I feel like a lot of people are feeling that off-grid soul pull right now, and it's going to be something that we're led to ultimately. I really feel that. Grow your own food. Do not smoke the dispensary weed. It's worse than the GMO food. People are getting real excited about weed being legalized, myself included. Be careful. They've done a lot of research where they tested that dispensary weed and it was coated in pesticides. And I know you're washing your food, but you're not going to wash your weed. So be careful with the government weed too. It's just part of their agenda. It really is. If they understand that people can repair their genetics with weed, and it can access you more to consciousness and your higher self and things like that, clearly they're going to want to target the weed. I know a lot of people don't see that yet, but they're going to get sick from the weed, breathing in Roundup. So a lot of people are going to start to get sick or on the weed. They're already going to it for medical reasons, so they'll just act like, oh, you're just getting sicker, right? Oh, it's just whatever's wrong with you in the first place. That's what they did to me, but it's probably not going to be good for people. Yeah, they're going to do legal weed worldwide. It's too much hella cash for them not to. So they're going to literally legalize it everywhere. It is happening. It's being implemented. It's being set up. I believe they set it up in Pennsylvania, which is like the slowest state. They're like one of the worst states ever because we know they're under a queen control. So they have, you know, Commonwealth laws and a different type of legal system that's very similar to the UK. And they did open up a dispensary in a lot of areas there. So it's moving forward in a lot of those states where it would probably never happen. So you know it's coming globally. I told my boyfriend that this is my stance on weed. If I get arrested for weed, this is what I'm going to do, okay? So I told my boyfriend that you cannot regulate spiritual practices. The government cannot regulate Reiki. They can if it's done in a medical type of way, but they can't regulate spiritual practices at all. It's against our constitutional rights. So the government's going to say I can't smoke weed, it's illegal, and I'm going to say I can. This is my spiritual practice, and you can't regulate it. It's illegal for you to try to regulate it. And I'm sure there will be some type of control drama. So they can say that, you know, we can't smoke weed, it's bad for us. I think it's against our free will rights for them to say that, personally. So I believe that these free will infringements are being corrected now on large scales around us, that you're seeing it happen with a lot of the information that's being disclosed, people being upgraded on genetic levels, the weed being legal now. These are like free will infringements once we make them known to be. So, you know. Yeah, it's clearly not legal in the UK. I'm learning how to be a UK light worker. Rule number 1, if you want to be a UK light worker, avoid politics at all costs. I noticed a lot of the UK light workers are very into politics and legal dramas and things like that over here. Avoid politics if you want to play UK light worker. Well, this is my spiritual practice. Good luck regulating that. I think people just aren't aware. We do have basic rights. Want me to tell you why that Constitution came into play? Because I guess the forefathers, as you would call them, saw this was going to happen. That there were factions of the government that were evil and trying to control humanity, so they tried to lay out that Constitution so we would have basic rights that couldn't be infringed on. Yeah, I love the pants too. I'm vibing over here. So I'm Taurus, and if you are a Venus influenced planet, you're going to be like vibrating crazy this month. So I'm real excited about it. I've been vibing real high. I'm waiting for my government letter. Send me some manifested energy. I'm trying to get my government letter with the Home Office staying out of my shit. I made it known that I don't want them investigating me either, and that's against my free will for them to be like, you know, doing their little government bullshit around me. We're two consenting adults, and we don't want the government, and we don't want any of their services. No thank you. I'm not interested in any government services at this time. Yeah, more laws. The more laws you have somewhere, I heard, the more corrupt it is. You're seeing tons of laws, right? Tons of laws in the US, the UK, laws everywhere. Yeah. They'll use the Bible to back up their legal reasoning. Let's talk about the Bible. You know that those were not God. Like, you know, the testimonies in the Old Testament, that wasn't God that was telling people to do blood sacrifices of animals and people and, you know, all nasty and bringing hell and fire to earth. That was not God. Those are fake gods. Like, I just wanted to say that. So those are their gods that they will use for their reasoning. Ones that rape children, Sharia law, right? Rape children, fucking believe in blood sacrifice, believe in, like, Sharia law, like killing your kid if they won't marry who you want. That's their gods. It's crazy. They will use those gods to justify their laws. Crazy. How's everyone's Ascension going? My boyfriend has Ascension flu again. I could tell that Kundalini energy is just hitting every chakra on the way up. He told me, like, I forget, like, sometime of it feels like I have this pain and it feels like a snake, and I knew exactly what he was talking about, even though he won't listen to me. And so he's having throat chakra problems now, because you know that energy is like up in his head, fucking trying to get out his crown chakra. And clearly he's probably resisting and being non-compliant as usual. So you can really tell that that snake energy from when I got here just went up right up through all his chakras, like in order pretty much, because I was helping heal and to go through it too, because you can't tell me that I'm not like sitting by him when he's dying of Ascension flu and I'm not going to feel it on some level. So he has Ascension flu again, but you can tell it's really in his throat and upper chakras, like, and I love it. Good signs over here. Good progress. So he has Ascension flu. He's had Ascension flu since I got here, I said. I told him he's getting purged out, so he'll be ready to do the UK marriage thing, and he'll be all ready and clear, but he doesn't believe me and whatever. So a lot of people might not be as consciously aware of what is happening to their body or the process. It doesn't mean the planet isn't awakening. Everyone wakes up now. Yep, the politicians, everyone. In the last 200 years, it's mostly been starseeds sent to this planet. And everyone's going to wake up. I get that some people won't ascend, and there will be like a small faction that dies, but look at death statistics. They're so low. I'm guessing that's like 3 to 10% of the population. We're looking at like 98% of the people on this planet waking up and having some rapid transformation, because you guys know that you could do pretty shitty things and then you connect to your higher self and have this awakening, go through your little dark night of the soul, and you make amends with yourself. So we're going to see really a lot of changes. There are people awakening that are suddenly awakening, and they're in these 3D political jobs. They're doctors, they're in the healthcare positions around us. And that's how change is going to occur. I told the Amins a story about one of the last doctors I dealt with, because I had a lot of doctors in my health issues I had, right? I woke him up. I was like talking to him about all the stuff we're into. I was talking to him about cancer and cures for cancer and how they suppress it. And I was talking to him about all this holistic health kind of stuff. He quit his job. He was like prescribing pretty much a lot of like psychiatric type medications, and he ended up putting in his notice and quitting his job. I told my boyfriend that, like, how could you wake up and understand how the world is and continue doing your job as a doctor or a healthcare provider. And you have to understand that these people just have a limited education. They go to college. They usually think they're better than people, the doctors, right? So they think they're better than people. They think they're smarter than everyone and that you just don't know what you're talking about because they went to medical school and you didn't. And they have that kind of attitude. But how could you wake up and not quit your job? How could you be okay with it after a point? That's the thing. So the world is going to change and shift what it's into. No wake and bake. I'm sending you high vibes. I'm feeling better and better through this. Carissa got some vitamins, good. Or she's getting some. Yeah, get some vitamins. Even the turmeric and chlorella will like do so much for you for this ascension. That chlorella is so essential. I can't even imagine people trying to do this ascension without it because it's really crucial in what we need to do in terms of activation and detoxing. It's really good for your third eye. It will regenerate you faster on a cellular level. It's just really crazy, all the benefits. Take the chlorella in the morning. It can keep you up at night. I said that on the list, I think. So I'm sending out a lot of good vibes. I'm a little energy generator. I always just need another person, even if they're low vibe like our last admin we fired. I can just vibe real high anyway, right? I can generate lots of fun energy and vibe high. So I'm sending you guys good vibes. I want to do, I'm going to go live, not like when I come back. Probably like Sunday, or Monday, I'm going to do a live on the body graph types in the Reiki group because I have a lot of I had to study that a couple of years ago and I have a lot of random information I remember about it. So I'm going to try to do the best I can each type and talk about how you assimilate energy. That's like my next project I'm going to do. I'm going to go on that post and put more links up too. Call Bob. I'm going to bring back the Bob song my boyfriend made. He's being creative though. We have him helping us with anal and work and stuff like that. At least he's being creative. I told someone that we're into creating anything. It could be memes, it could be videos, music, right? Anything. As long as we're creative. Yes, Holly's gonna win the lottery and I'm going to live there. It'll probably line up perfect with my deportation as well. So I got this because you know I'm not into jewelry. If you know me, I can't wear metal ever again. I have a hard enough time wearing the copper and the string, right? So I had to get a ring to get married with. And you know I already did all that 3D bullshit and I really don't want one. I probably just want a tattoo, right? And like a ring tattoo or something like my other one. So I had to get one to use though for the ceremony. So I got 2 moonstone rings. Like one's a moonstone just bands. And it's really cool. And then the other one's like a moonstone ring. So I got 2 in case one doesn't fit me because they have weird sizes in the UK. So I'm real excited too. I got this moonstone ring I'm going to get and check out for when we get married because I didn't want to do like the gold thing. Like he wanted me to wear a gold one. I can't wear it. So I'm real excited to see these moonstone rings. I'm working on this UK wedding. We're just waiting for their letter. And then we can do a live feed thing. His friend has to be a witness. We could just live stream it right there. His friend will be there. So I'm really looking forward to doing this. I'm trying to make these big shifts. And I feel like the government keeps trying to block my fucking path over here. And then they send their Keku shit over to me. Like seriously. I feel it's stupid when you're 2 consulting adults and you had to go ask the government permission. Like you're in kindergarten. Hi teacher, can I do this? Like had to go ask permission, right? So I'm excited. I like moonstone. I remember someone had a dream about me in the astral where I was showing them some kind of moonstone thing that I will always have there in the other realms or something, and they like came back and were telling me about it. So I'm excited about that. I got some diatomaceous earth. Tony got some kind of parasite. Like, you know, she went to Stonehenge with me, right? So she's got Ascension flu just like us real bad. This is the UK though. We're getting nailed with energy out here. That's insane. So we have Ascension flu. Okay, she puts it on the wall where this bug crawled out of, or she pulled a bug out of her ear. It looked like a leech or like some kind of like those little black earwig kind of things. It was real creepy looking though, really leech-like. And she Googled it, and it was some type of parasite that you can get walking around barefoot. Yeah, we're grounding, right? That you can get walking around barefoot. She could have got it from the ocean and who knows where. And it's crazy. And so I look it up, and it's some kind of like hookworm that basically feeds off of the blood in your intestines and the food that you eat. And so I'm doing research for it, and you wouldn't believe that 90% of humanity has parasites of some kind. Like 90% of humanity. So I tell her to take the diatomaceous earth. First off, I told her to go to a doctor. She refused. Smart girl. And then I told her to take the diatomaceous earth because it's really good for parasites. You know the blue verbaine's good for parasites too, and it's probably more gentle. But I got some of the diatomaceous earth pills that I'm gonna probably go ahead and do anyway. I don't have parasites, but I was hanging out with her. So I'm gonna be taking it too. So I'm real excited about that. I just ordered some. If anyone wants a parasite cleanse, that diatomaceous earth or the blue vervain works really good. Usually you wouldn't notice, right? Unless it's bugs crawling out of your ear. You probably wouldn't notice though. That's how scary it is. That until you wake up and detox, you really have a lot of detoxing that you had to do. I look at the people that are possessed as it is a spiritual parasite, right? It is a parasite. These are anti-consciousness life thought forms, and they really are parasites on every level. So I have a deep feeling that if we detox humanity, like with the chlorella and this stuff, and chlorella works good for pulling out parasites and things like that too, but if we were just to detox humanity, that this would all just come together. like that all that stuff would just dissipate, you know? Tony, good. Hi, I summoned you. Yeah, so I ordered the diatomaceous earth. I'm real excited. I just ordered it yesterday. I'm going to take some too. I'll let you know how that goes. I haven't taken it yet. I'm always recommending it to people that have issues like that, but I've never taken it, so I'm kind of excited to try it. Vitamins get me excited around here. My boyfriend really needs it. That's the real reason I got it. Yeah, so he's taking the vervain. He might want to add another parasite kind of thing to his mix, so I'll get real excited like I'm taking it and it's working good and try to sell him on it. He for sure had parasites. How do you know? How do you know? Well, he was manifesting cops at his door, government problems, legal problems. Those are archonic manifestations. If you have legal problems, you probably have parasites. It's true though, right? If you're having legal or karmic issues, you could just have parasites that are manifested into your reality through your body, which is a projector. Good. I'm glad you are getting it. It works really good on stuff like that. Shelby, sending love. Yeah, the blue vervain is protection of the spiritual too. They use that in Egypt to make it so that spirits couldn't attack them. So if you had some kind of nasty entity, right, it would actually be powerless against you. It takes their power. I look at it like the silver in the vampire movies where they inject them with silver and then they can't move and they can't do anything. It's kind of like that concept. It's crazy. Sending crazy love, Holly. I need that vitamin C. I still keep buying the vitamins on Amazon UK just because it's easier. My card's on there, but I need a better vitamin C again. Bad. And I'm stalking that teacher for the certs. She's worse than me. She doesn't check her emails, but I'm like every day checking my email like a nutcase. I'm stalking her telepathically. Everyone should be flowing more though. I can't wear silver, I can't wear gold, I can't wear anything metal at all. It could be even the copper. I don't know, I just can't really wear a lot of jewelry or like stones or anything in my energy field. Metal on my pants, can't do. I don't know. I can post some smoothie. I used to be really into juices and I would make fruit water and things like that. Like I pretty much could just like live on fruit and vegetables straight for like a period, like a year I went through. And I was drinking a lot of them. There's a lot in the detox group wall. If you go in the top of the group and you search smoothie or juice, like there should be a ton of posts or recipes that I put in there. We used to hashtag, not anymore, but we used to hashtag all those posts so that healers could go look like for if someone had a problem like, you know, leukemia, you could search it and go find holistic stuff for it. And we put so much material in that group when we were using it. So if you search smoothie or juice, a lot of stuff should come up. We used to hashtag it so that we could find stuff again. I know, Asian pea is cool. The universe doesn't give you more than you can handle. And Francisco's sick too. Yeah, I'm taking a sick day today too. Sending Reiki out on this feed. I feel a lot of people are feeling Ascension symptoms around us. I'm seeing it more and more where people are making these big shifts. You know, things are changing rapidly. They're getting moved. They're going through hard lessons. They're having Ascension symptoms. I get my vitamins on Amazon. Hi, Jamie. Both of you. Both Jamies, right? Sending crazy love, Desiree. Dale, too. I can't wait to go to Stonehenge. Desiree, can you come hang out with us at Stonehenge in June? I'm just going to keep putting it out there, right? Can you just come hang out at Stonehenge? We need to have a dance party. I put some green in my hair. And this isn't like the Cali. It looks like the same color, but it gets everywhere. My ear is blue. And it just gets everywhere. Like, my hair gets wet. It gets green dye everywhere. I was trying to do mermaid hair again, Desiree. Oh, thank you for the energy, Dale. The energy's feeling crazy out here. Yeah, I want to get a ring tattoo. I'm going to ditch the real ring after I use it for their reptilian ceremony, and I'm going to get a tattoo or something just for an excuse, because me and Sherry want to get a tattoo bad, and I don't want, like, a big one or something crazy. Perfect. Let's see. Yeah, we need to have a dance party. It was kind of cold. It was just rainy when we went there. It was so rainy, and if you know me, I'm like, So I can't wait to go back when it's clear weather out and it's not pouring, right? It's like pouring out. So I can't wait to go back when it's not raining and when I'm not freezing. When you get wet, you're always so much colder, especially with the energy. So I can't wait to go back with clear energy and clear weather. Like, I could already tell it was like practice for going there again, and I can't wait. I'm ready. Oh, I'm sending you crazy love, Jenny. Yeah, we need to go dance there. Everyone was dancing. I was too cold. Tony was dancing. I was too cold and complaining, right? We need to go have a dance party at Stonehenge. I loved it. It was like, you're at home with all the spiritual people that are awake and doing Reiki, and it was just such awesome energy. I can't wait to go back. I would go now, but you know, it's raining and they don't open the rocks ever. Or I would just go now. I'm ready to go back now with warmer clothes. I'm ready to get the winter clothes out and just go back now. I would, today. And you know, they don't allow access that often. Winter's too cold for me. I'm going back as soon as they open. I don't care if it's spring, summer, whatever. I'm ready. I have to play within the borders around this country too. Remember, you know, now the government's telling me where I can and can't visit and where I can live and can't live, right? With their little borders, their imaginary borders. So I should probably just remain on the island and explore the island. I'm ready to go back in June. I'm ready to go back in spring if they're open and warm enough. I don't know when spring solstice is. I'm ready to go 3 times next year. I'm already going the 2. I'm going for the summer and the fall, and I'm bringing warmer clothes. I knew I should have brought my winter coat. I didn't listen to my intuition. I was like, I think I should bring my winter coat. Didn't bring it. Froze. I know. It was cheap where we stayed, too. Listen, even for me, right? It was so cheap where we stayed. That it's just ridiculous. When I got my ticket over here, I came during like the royal wedding when it was like crazy airfare because a lot of people wanted to come to the UK in the summer, and I probably came at the highest rate of the year. It was still really cheap how I got my ticket. So we think that we can't travel. We don't have money, right? I can't ever go anywhere. I have no money. But you really can. You can do it. You could sleep 4 people in each room, and it sounds crazy, right? Because we were like going back and forth where we wanted to stay, and I told Sherry we're gonna do it cheap. I'm running this mission. We're going to cut corners and we're going to try to get these numbers down, right? That's what I do. We're going to get the hotel costs down, whatever we're doing. So, you know what? Actually, the place turned out to be perfect. It had awesome energy. We could run around the place. We were like back and forth to the bathroom the whole time. Running around the place. They didn't care I was smoking weed all over the front yard, all out back, everywhere. The whole time I was there. Like, clearly the staff was walking by and didn't care. So it was actually perfect. It really was. You could sleep 4 people in a room. So, you know, if you split the cost of the room, it's 20 pounds each a night. I'm going to stay like 3 days over there this time because it was too much for me to travel all the way across England or wherever I was to this place and then stay up all night and go. So I'm going to stay like 3 days in that place, and I'm just going to bring hella weed and just chill and smoke weed like the 2 days each day in between and just hang out and then go to Stonehenge so I'm chill and rested. Yeah, I want to do a live feed there where I just, like, not cards, but I want to do a real live feed, like, broadcast live, but it was so wet that even taking a picture, it was getting my phone soaked. Like, you literally would just pull it out for 1 second to snap a selfie, and your whole phone would be wet. That's why I want to go back so I can do, like, a little live stream so people can feel it live. So I have these ambitions. I want to go camp there, too. I really do. I want to go put my tent right in the middle of the Stargate. I don't think that they open them for that. I don't know, though. I'll have to try to do some more research. I want a tent. I want to put a tent right in the middle so bad. It would be so awesome. That would be awesome. But we were touching the rocks. You guys know that's controversial because when Allison went, she got to see them from behind this taped line and could only go a certain amount of feet of a distance to the rocks. And that's like a ripoff, right? You have to go in the Stargate to use them because, you know, it's an interdimensional portal. And I know people picture you go in the middle of the rocks and, you know, you're going to teleport to another universe. No, it doesn't work like that. You're going to go through that portal and it's going to work. It's going to do crazy things on your timeline and in your life. And it's not going to be like you're going to teleport out of here. It's really going to work on different levels. So you need to go in the Stargate too. And it's only active during those crazy space storms too. So I thought it was epic. We could touch the rocks. We could do little Reiki exchanges with the rocks. I loved it. So I'm excited to go back. I'm ready for spring and summer again because I'm putting a pyramid outside here. I have big goals. I'm going to do some gardening too. I'm going to put a pyramid outside. We're going to do some gardening in the garden. And I'm going to make it real nice outside. And I'm going to try to hook it up so I can do videos out there because right now the Wi-Fi sucks. And I'm going to put a pyramid in that upper deck area, and I'm real excited about it. So I'm ready for, like, winter to come and go already. Yeah, it was freezing. You need winter coats in the spring. In the summer, I'm bringing my winter coat, just in case. In the summer solstice, I'm going to bring my winter coat this time, just in case, because the energy's real cold from the rocks. Like I kept on saying, it's probably not that cold out like here, but with those energy currents, it feels like you're freezing, because if you have the goosebumps or chills, like spiritual chills the whole time, you know, it makes you really kind of chilly. So, like, I don't know, I'm bringing my winter coat just in case. Those pyramids are awesome. My boyfriend says he wants to make one. You could make one. Mine's made out of Nubian copper. You can use any kind of copper, but I think the Nubian has more of a third eye frequency or whatever, but you can just make them. So I have pyramid goals. My boyfriend said I couldn't get the pyramid the first time, and we didn't have room for it, but I just didn't listen and ordered it anyway. Like, I just didn't listen and got the pyramid. I'm ready for another one. I want to put a pyramid around the bed. This is my real life goals. I want to put a pyramid around the bed so that you can sleep in it. Because could you imagine how awesome your dream experience would be? And if you just sit in the pyramid, like I remember Aubrey had a headache and I told her to go sit in the pyramid. And she did, and like it instantly took her headache away. Like it would instantly heal you. Like she didn't even meditate, she just sat in it. So imagine, like I like to just go sit in the pyramid, it calms you down. So imagine putting one around your bed. You will have crazy astral experiences or out of body experiences or dreams or whatever. So I really want to put one over this bed, but there's not a lot of room in here. Because it's like a pyramid shape, it will be kind of big for a bedroom to take up the space. You could do a kid's bed easy though. because they're so little, you could put a little pyramid around it easier. So I don't think there's enough room in here, but I really want to do one bad. Hi, Jen. We're talking about pyramiding the bed. I want to go to a hardware store and get a shitload of copper, and I want to make a pyramid around this bed. It would be so awesome. So things I'm working on. I don't know if they have Wi-Fi extenders in the UK. So we're manifesting Stonehenge. There were tons of kids there too. I always love it with space kids around because it gives it a better energy, better vibe. There were tons of kids at Stonehenge too. It was like an awesome vibe. So we want to go play at Stonehenge. We canceled our castle project we were going to do Stonehenge, and we're going to have so much fun because we're going to bring over our mins this time. Like Allie will go. Brittany will have to go. Alyssa's coming. I want Alyssa to come stay here. I want her to come play mission over here and then just come stay here like longer. Like she could stay like maybe a week or two even, or just come hang out here. It would be so awesome. She can go explore the UK. It would be good for her. You learn a lot more when you get out of your bubble and you go visit new people and, you know, explore new places. Brittany's in Florida and she's taking like the best pictures with these huge crystals. She's going to like crystal warehouses and she's outside of her bubble, right? She had to leave her house and her man and she's exploring the unknown. But you know what? She's leveling up so much right now and getting upgraded crazy just from getting out of her box, out of her little prison cell. So I'm just manifesting Stonehenge. I gotta stay creative. We're kind of on a break. Yeah, we're on an energy break. It might not feel like it because the weather's kind of crazy still, but we're on a nice energy break. Everyone should be resting this week if they're smart so that they're ready for the next storm. I have to be really like on sync with the energies so that if I'm not rested up and we get hit with a space storm, I'll get ungrounded. I'll feel like shit. I won't be able to work. So I like to rest up so I feel really good. By the time that the storm energy hits me, I'm like recharged and ready to go. So rest this week if you can. I'm taking my time getting off of here. I was posting bitchy memes, bitchy office work memes this morning, right? I'm embracing my inner bitch today. It's quite healing. I'm reading the comments. You feel like shit. Good. We're going to lift your vibe on this feed. We got all the light workers, right? 30 of them. This is actually a pretty big feed for the weed group. I've been adding people from my video. You know that every video I'm like, join my groups. And it's very controversial for me to put a weed group link on my videos, but I do it anyway. And I gather everyone here. So I'm gathering more people to these spaces. So for the weed group, it's a pretty big feed. We have 31 light worker healers on this feed. So it should generate a good energy and make you feel a lot better by the time you get off here. If you don't feel good, drink more water. It will flush it out of your body a lot faster. We're purging out a lot. See? 5 people in a row with Ascension symptoms on some kind. So just know that it's not a bad thing. If you're feeling like shit, it's probably a good thing for your body, what's happening. So we always think I'm sick. It's a negative thing, like my boyfriend, right? He's sick. It's the end of the world. It's awful. I look at it as a good thing. You're getting purified fast. And what is happening is we're clearing things on a soul level and they're filtering out through our body. So if you have a lot of baggage, traumas, old stuff you're hanging onto, you're going to have more Ascension symptoms because it's coming out on a soul level and it's really getting filtered out of the physical body. So, you know, when you're having Ascension symptoms, that is stuck energy that is clearing on a soul level. So it's good for you. And I know it doesn't feel good because I've had the craziest Ascension symptoms since I got to the UK. But I'm also leveling up really fast and getting upgraded fast. You can see it. So it's a good thing if you're feeling that way. You're making shifts. Good things are coming. That means you guys are shifting to higher frequency timelines. We all think that we live on this planet, this round planet, and we're all sharing the same reality, but it really doesn't work like that. It's more like these structures of timelines, and every choice you're making, you're moving to another one. And we're making these big jumps, these big leaps, and that's when you're feeling the Ascension symptoms, because you're adjusting to higher frequencies, and it's really hard on our bodies. I was sick for like a month when I got to the UK from making that jump. because it was a much higher frequency energy, and like the second I got here I was flowing real good, and then I went into purging, and I was like purging probably for like a good month. You guys saw me crying all over the walls, and it took me a minute to adjust to the energies, but you're gonna feel a lot better after. Like I said, these frequencies were so low that we had a hard time with the first half of our journey, and now they're just getting to where we need them to be so we can vibe and feel better. So it feels like we're doing worse. I can't move, right? Ascension symptoms, but no, you're holding more and more light and energy, believe it or not. Hi, Katie. Yeah, drink a ton of water. I'm having to too. Like usually I drink a ton of coffee. I'm drinking more water with it. Hydrate. Tessie, a lot of people cycle with the moon like that. Like, it's crazy how in tune we are with the elements, the cycles, things like that. When you're crying, you're releasing so much on a soul level. Sometimes we can't even understand, right, what this stuff is. It could be from past lives. It could be stuff we buried away, God knows when. But every negative emotion you ever felt in your life got stored in your stomach lining. Every negative emotion, it gets stored like on a physical level. So we're just basically purging all this garbage out. So sometimes when you cry, like it's such a release. It's so healing to us. It's letting go of all this stuff. And we might not even realize what it is we're holding on to. There's a lot of people that are going to be crying more with Venus retrograde too, probably. Because people are looking at their love issues, love problems more. Like I saw someone crying in the empath group. They were like, I don't think I'm ever going to find love. And I was trying to do my usual, you become love and then you find it everywhere. Don't worry, everyone gets love. Everyone's going to get love, I swear. Like a fairy tale. Like everyone turns into a love story at some point. And they weren't believing me, and they're like, I'm crying so bad. And I'm like, it's just Venus retrograde. It's okay. You're releasing this stuff. Like, so we're releasing a lot of toxic thoughts, feelings, things like that. Emotionless. I can't with the boyfriends. I can't. We can talk about gender differences. So, you know, we have different abilities. We're at different places with this awakening. You know, we're spiritual teachers on this feed, though. So, you know that you're probably teaching that guy that you're dating or with on some level. You know that, too. That we're also contracted to be teaching the ones we love and around us, too. So, try to be patient with the divine masculine. Try to be very patient. Because like I said, this whole planet will awaken more and more as the frequencies go up. Just try to be patient with the timing. Release this stuff. I love it. Yeah, I like the pyramids they put on their heads too. I'm real into anything copper, pyramids, things like that. Yeah, more patience with the divine masculine. They are getting tuned into higher states of awareness. There's just a lot of dynamics at play. They're getting upgraded as fast as their bodies can handle it too, and we're all going to end up in the same place. More patience. Oh, sending you tons of healing energy, Tessie. Just know everything is happening for our highest good, and if anything negative ever happens, like things we perceive as negative, something positive is going to come out of it. So we tend to get really like tunnel vision on the negative things and not understand the bigger picture. Sending you a lot of healing energy. We're doing a lot of sacral and heart chakra healing around here. And the funny thing is, we're supposed to be working on our solar plexus, but if you know me, I never work on that chakra. It's the only chakra that I never work on, but we should be working on our solar plexus more. But you know, if you're an empath, your solar plexus is probably really good, right? You could probably gauge your solar plexus, how good it is, by your degree of empathy or compassion a lot of the time. So more sacral work. Take the maca. It'll really help heal those kind of things. I had a lot of sacral issues growing up as a kid too. I had ovarian cancer, so you could tell that clearly my life force energy was way out of balance. I was also living in a really toxic environment as a kid. And so you could tell I was clearly getting drained, right, as a kid. So work on your sacral. It's something that we really had to work on around here. Alright, I'm going to get off here and go find my real cards. Get to work. But sending you guys tons of love and light. Stay really high vibe. Unplug if you guys can. Or just chill. Rest more. Meditate more. Try to do more self-care this week. We really need to rest up to be able to handle these energy shifts. As you guys see, we're having ascension symptoms now, days after the storm has ended. So we want to be more prepared for the next one because it's so hard on our bodies what we're going through. So try to rest more. Try to hydrate. Eat more high vibe food. Just really recharge this week.